Hello student, welcome back to my next video of the same chapter, that is for standard 6. In the previous video I have discussed about herbivorous. Now here we will be discussing about carnivorous. What is this carnivorous? Carnivorous animals that eat only flesh of other animals are known as carnivorous animals. Flesh eating animals are known as carnivorous animal, or animals that eat flesh of other animals. They are known as carnivorous animals. As they are carnivorous, they have sharp and pointed teeth. As they eat the flesh of other animals, they have sharp and pointed teeth. For what? To grip their prey and tear its flesh. So carnivorous, what I told, they are flesh eating animals or animals that eat the flesh of other animals. They are known as carnivorous animals. So as they eat the flesh of other animals, they have sharp and pointed teeth. What is the work of these sharp and pointed teeth? To grip the prey and tear its flesh. To catch the prey properly and tear its flesh. Example, lion, tiger, etc. Example of carnivorous: lion, tigers, etc. Many are there, but two I have told you here. Next comes omnivorous. What is this omnivorous? They obtain food from both plants as well as animal. They obtain this omnivorous. What they do? They take food from both plants and animal. That is why they are known as omnivorous. The plant and flesh eating are known as omnivorous. As they eat both plants and animal, their teeth are suitable to eat different types of food. As they eat plants and animal, their teeth are in such a way situated that they can eat different types of food. Example, human beings, cockroach, crow, bear, etc. These are example of omnivorous. Example, human being, cockroach, crow, bear, etc. These are example of omnivorous. Next comes scavengers. This one, next comes scavengers. What are these scavengers? Animals that eat leftover food. Animals that eat leftover food eaten by carnivorous animals are called scavengers. The carnivorous animal, what they do? They hunt the animal, they eat the animal, flesh or the bones that are left, few things are left in the environment. So these scavengers, what they do? They eat the leftover food that has been left by the carnivorous animals. That has been left by the carnivorous animal. These scavengers are also known as cleaner for the environment. So example, what? Hyena, vulture, crow and jackal. Example of scavengers: hyena, vulture, crow and jackal. These are the example of scavengers. Next come saprophytes. Next comes saprophytes. What are these saprophytes? These are organisms that obtain their nourishment. Organisms that obtain their nourishment from dead and decaying organic matter. Organisms that obtain their nutrient from dead and decaying organic matter. What is this saprophytes? Organisms that obtain their nourishment from dead and decaying organic matter. Example, fungi and bacteria. Fungi and bacteria. They also act as decomposer. This fungi and bacteria, what they do? They are also known as decomposer. Why? Because they break down the components present in dead and decaying organic matter. Because why are they called decomposer? These fungi and bacteria break down the components that is present in dead and decaying organic matter into the soil. Next comes parasites. What are these parasites? Organism that live on or inside organism another organism. Organism that live on or inside other organism. What are parasites? Organisms that live on or inside another organism. For what? To obtain its nourishment from them. To obtain its nourishment from them means to obtain its food from them. So they are known as parasites. What are parasites? Organism that live on or inside another organism for what? To obtain its nourishment from them. They are known as parasites. An organism from which nutrition is obtained is called host. Now, if one organism is depending on the other, taking its nutrition from the other, that is why they are called the host. Example, I will give you. Now, parasites. These parasites are of two types. Parasites are of two types. Ectoparasites and endoparasite. Ectoparasite and endoparasite. Ectoparasite, from the word only we can understand ecto means outside. Parasites that lives on the body of their host. Parasites that live on the body of their host are called ectoparasites. Now, parasites that live on the body of their host are called ectoparasite. Example, head lice and flea. Example, head lice and flea. You have seen many person having lice in their head. So these lice, what are they? They are the parasite. They are the ectoparasite, or we can call them parasite. And the human being on whom they are eating, on whom they are sitting on the head, these human beings are called the host for this ectoparasite. Next come endoparasite. From the word endo, we can understand inside. So parasites that live inside the body of the host. Parasites that live inside the body of the host are called endoparasite. Now those parasites that lives inside the body of the host are called endoparasite. Example, tapeworm, hookworm, pinworm, etc. What are the example? Tapeworm, hookworm, pinworm. These are the example of endoparasite. So student, I have completed this chapter and this was the end of this chapter. Parasite, two types, ectoparasite and endoparasite.